Good morning, everybody. First, I would like to start by introducing my board. My motto is dig into reading, and I have construction for the kids, as well as signs that tell us one way to learning. Students are working hard. My expectations for my students are 1, be your best. 2, come prepared to learn. 3, have fun learning. My rules are 1, please raise your hand. 2, follow directions. 3, respect everyone. Whenever the students are done, they can have extra time to find an activity on this board. I have reading strips. I have phonics lessons. And I have a word wall. Today in my lesson, I'm going to be focusing on 2 standards. Recognize and name all uppercase and lowercase letters of the alphabet, and read common high-frequency words such as the, of, you, my, is, are, do, and does, or other examples. So I have 2 objectives that go along with this. The first objective is number 1, the students will select the uppercase letter that matches the lowercase letter by drawing a line from one to the other on their worksheet, scoring 8 out of 10 correct for a mastery of 80%. And then number 2, the students will choose 5 high-frequency words from the list that is given to them by circling each one and reading it aloud correctly, scoring 4 out of 5 for a passing score of 80%. So those are my 2 objectives. What I'm going to do first is give each student a coloring sheet. This is the coloring sheet that each student will be given. There is a picture of a girl, a tree, and a wolf. And the wolf is hiding behind the tree. So what do we think this story is going to be about? Here you go. I'll give one to each student. This story could be about a big bad wolf. Or it could be about a girl. Because is that a girl in the picture? Yeah, how do we know? She's got a dress on and she's got braids. Good response. All right. Right now we're not going to color that, but we have our crayons available. We've got crayons and coloring pencils. But right now we're not going to do that until after the story. So we'll have to wait and see, because we might have to color the picture a certain color. Okay, so first thing I want us to do is we're going to do a worksheet. And this goes along with objective 1. And this worksheet looks like this. Each student will be given the worksheet. Go. And each student has a pencil. Okay, everyone has a pencil? We're ready to begin? All right, let's go. Okay, so let's listen to the directions. Draw a line from the uppercase letter to its matching friend, the lowercase letter. So we have a capital A over here. Where is its friend? It's over there somewhere. Can you point to it? You got it? Good. Do you have it? Oh, yep, right there. Okay. So the big A would go to the little a. We would draw a line. Okay. Now I'm going to give you some time to do that worksheet, and after you're done, we will do another activity. So let's finish our worksheet right now, okay? Oh, don't forget your name on there. And okay, you got your name? Good. Looks good. You're both doing an awesome job. Nope. You won't be on camera. Just me. And there's 10 of these, by the way, so they'll be matching 10 on the worksheet. Are we done? Okay, are you both done? All right. Now, if you're both done, move your papers to the side. Okay. And let's listen. Okay. We have a story we're going to listen to. The story has to do with our picture that we were given. But first, we have some vocabulary words that we need to learn. If we don't learn these words, how are we to know what's going on in the story? The first vocab word is wolf. W-O-L-F. Wolf. Raise your hand if you know what a wolf is. You think you know? Okay. Well, a wolf in this story is a big, bad dog that lives in the woods with big teeth and 4 legs. He may also have like rough fur or be black and white or brown. He's kind of like a dog. A wolf is kind of like a dog. Sometimes we can get them mixed up if they look similar. Okay, that's our first word, wolf. Our second word is grandmother. Grandmother. Whew, that's a long word, isn't it? Okay, so grandmother. That's an older woman that is similar to a motherly person. When we think of a grandma, we think of like someone we go have fun with. We go over to their house and they bake us cookies. Does that sound like a grandma? It does? Do I have a grandma? I have a couple grandmas, but they're no longer with us. They passed away. But this is a grandmother. Yeah, that's a long word. Okay. The next word is cabin. C-A-B-I-N. A cabin is in the woods, like a little house. Sometimes it may be made out of wood or like wooden logs. Other times it can be made like out of whatever you may find in the woods. But in that cabin, you don't have a TV, you don't have a computer, there's no electricity, there's no running water, you don't even have a bathroom. No bathroom because you're out in the middle of nowhere. So think about it. It's like in the middle of the woods and there's lots of trees around it. And there's no bathroom. No bathroom. Okay. The next word is hood. H-O-O-D. A hood is, in this story I'm talking about, is something that is on your jacket. You put up your hood like when you're going outside and you're going to be in the rain and you don't want it to get on your head. So that's the kind of hood that we're talking about in this story. That's right up here. Okay? So H-O-O-D. Okay, so now that we know our 4 vocab words, wolf, cabin, grandmother, and hood, we can begin our story. We ready to listen? Okay. Make sure our hands are in our laps and our tummies are to the table and we have our listening ears on, kindergartners. Good job. Okay. There was a girl and her name was Little Red Riding Hood. Her grandmother made her a velvet cape to wear. And she loved it. That's all that she wanted to wear. So that velvet cape became her name. And she loved her grandmother dearly. Her grandmother was her best friend. And she always went to see her. Because you know why? She had cookies, and she had cupcakes, and she had all kinds of goodies for her to eat. But one day her mother said to her, "Come here, Little Red Riding Hood. Here's a piece of cake and a bottle of wine for your grandmother. She is ill, and she is weak." Ill means kind of sick, like not feeling good. And she needs your help. So set out before it gets hot, and when you go quietly, and do not run off the path or break the bottle. And then your grandmother would be very sad if she didn't get that to feel better. And when you go to her house, and when you go into her room, don't forget to say good morning to her. And don't peep in every corner. "I will take great care," said Little Red Riding Hood to her mother. And she put her hand on it. She was promising her that she was going to stay on the path, and she was not going to get off that path. So she is going to go in the woods all alone. Does that seem scary? Does that seem scary to you, to go in the woods all alone? To me it does. I would be scared. I would be afraid of a wolf, maybe a bear. You don't know what's out there, do you? Well, the grandmother lived out in the woods in a village. And just as Little Red Riding Hood was going along the path, the wolf met her. She did not know what kind of creature he was, and she was not afraid. You know what he said to her? "Good day, Little Red Riding Hood. Good luck on your adventure." "Thank you kindly, Wolf," she said, and she went on her way. "To my grandmother's house I go." "What have you got in your apron?" her grandmother would ask. But instead, the wolf was asking this question. The little girl was afraid to say, but she told him, "Cake and wine." "Yesterday my mother was baking, and she wanted me to send it to my grandmother to have something good to eat because she's very ill." Very ill. So here Little Red Riding Hood is out in the woods, and this is where she comes into contact with the wolf. He looks like he's being sneaky, doesn't he? Why do you think he's being sneaky? Because he's hiding behind the tree. He is. So we're going to judge the wolf. Tell me what you think of him. Yes, I think he seems mean, like he's up to no good. What do you think the wolf would want with Little Red Riding Hood? What do you think he would want to do with her? Do you think he would want to eat her? He may want to eat her. But why would he want to eat her? Why would a wolf want to eat a little girl? He's hungry. That's a good answer. He's hungry. But if he's hungry, do you think he should eat a little girl, or do you think he should go find some other food? He should go find other food, but he probably doesn't want to because it's easier just to eat her because he can talk her into coming with him, can't he? The wolf thought to himself, where does your grandmother live? He wanted to know. And Little Red Riding Hood told him, a good quarter of a league farther on, over by the 3 large oak trees. Oh, you'll surely know when you see it. The wolf thought to himself, what a nice plump mouthful. And he was licking his chops. So he wanted to eat her, maybe even eat her grandma. But he must act craftily. And craftily means like really carefully and sneaky. So he walked for a short time until he found there. And so she continued on her way as well. Little Red Riding Hood kept on walking. She saw some flowers, and she saw so much pretty scenery. Do you know what scenery means? Like grass, little animals like squirrels, flowers, big, beautiful trees. She saw so much. Meanwhile, while she was walking, the wolf was walking to the grandmother's house. He knocked at the door. Who is there? It's Little Red Riding Hood, replied the wolf. Open the door. Lift the latch, called out the grandmother, and I cannot get up. So she was going to have to do it herself. The wolf lifted the latch. The door sprang open, and without saying a word, he went straight to the grandmother, and he devoured her. He ate her up. Then he went to her and put her on her clothes. He put on her cap, and he laid himself in bed and drew the curtains. Little Red Riding Hood was busy picking flowers, and when she had gathered what she could thought was no more that would fit in her basket, she remembered, oh, she was supposed to go to her grandmother's house. She was supposed to set out. She found the cottage, and she was surprised. Good morning, she said, and she went to the bed. There the grandmother lay in the bed with her cap on. But it was very strange looking. Something strange. What does that mean? It's different, isn't it? Oh, grandmother, she said, what big eyes you have. All the better to see you with, my dear. Oh, but grandmother, what big ears you have. All the better to hear you with. But grandmother, what large hands you have. All the better to hug you with, my dear. Oh, but grandmother, what a terrible, terrible mouth you have. And those terrible teeth, they're so big. All the better to eat you with. Oh, are you scared? I would be. If I came upon my grandma's house and there was a wolf in her bed, I would be scared. When the wolf had appeased his appetite, he could not hold back anymore. He devoured Little Red Riding Hood and swallowed her whole. And Little Red Riding Hood was gone. She didn't even follow the path. She went off the path and went and ran into the wolf. So she didn't listen to her mom, did she? Nope, she didn't. All right, now think of a way to plan how the grandma and Little Red Riding Hood could escape the wolf's vicious teeth. How do you think he could escape? You know? Brayden, how do you think he could escape the wolf's vicious teeth?
Punching it.
By punching it? You think he could hit the wolf and it would just go away, or he could beat it up and fight it off? What is another way?
Taking a hammer to his teeth.
Using a hammer? But I don't know if Grandma has a hammer at her house. I don't know. Okay, the next part we're going to do is... Okay, let's put our worksheets aside. Okay. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Now, after we read the story and listened to it and answered our questions, you can color your worksheets right now. And now we know what to color her outfit, don't we? What color? Red. Yes. Okay. So right now, while the students are working on coloring their worksheets, I will give them time to do that. I will look at the questions that I asked during the read aloud. The questions that I asked are ones that use verbs that support my objectives. So the first one is support the reason that the wolf would want to eat Little Red Riding Hood. An example answer would be because he was hungry and wolves like meat. My second one was think of a way to plan how the grandmother and Little Red Riding Hood could escape the wolf's vicious teeth. And my third one was judge the wolf during the story. And by judging, an example answer would be like, he seems mean and sneaky, which we talked about with the kids. So now that they're coloring their worksheet, I'll give them some more time to do that. I will look at the worksheet that they did before with matching the letters, and I will grade it. I will use this rubric to grade it, telling how many they missed. There is 10 possible points on there that they could earn. All right, give the worksheet back. Oh, actually, I'll lay over my pile right over here. Brayden, could you please come over here and hand me your coloring sheet? Thank you. Okay. Did I check yours yet? Let me see this one. Okay. Oh, you need to make sure you write your name. Okay. Yep, that looks good. Okay, I need your worksheet back. Do you want to hand me that one back? And then I'll check it. Okay, I'll check it. Hand me your worksheet back, please. Oh, thank you. Okay. Okay, both worksheets are done, and I'll put these in a pile over here so I can keep track. Are you coloring? Good job. You both are coloring very well. I like your coloring. All right, I'll put this over here. Okay. If you need more crayons, you can reach across and get the crayons. Oh, here, I'll move it closer. Do you need some more? Okay. You got yours? Okay, you got some coloring pencils and some markers? Oh, yeah, markers would be great to use on her coat because they're red, aren't they? What color can we color the wolf? What color do you think?
Brown.
Brown. I agree. I think brown's a good color to color him. What about the tree? What color do you think we could color the tree?
What part of the tree?
Oh, we could color like the leaves green and the trunk brown, can't we?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I'll give you a few minutes to color that. And while you boys are coloring, I'm going to go get some snacks for you to eat, and I will pass those out. Snoopy snacks, fruit snacks for the boys. Go. And while you're coloring, why don't we review our vocab again? Because I know we know our vocab words. We heard them in our story, didn't we? Okay. This one is wolf. W-O-L-F. A wolf. Brayden, maybe your dad can help you with that one. What is a wolf?
It's an animal.
An animal? How many legs does a wolf have?
4.
4. Okay, the next word is grandmother. We like to get cookies from our grandmother, don't we? They're delicious. The next word, the third word, here, let me number those. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is cabin. Cabin, like out in the woods, in the middle of nowhere. We have no bathroom, remember? And then hood. Oh, this is number 4. Hood, like what you put over your hood or your head when it's raining or when it's cold out and it's on your jacket. All right, so we know our vocab. Let's finish coloring and eating our snacks. And if you want to go to the bathroom right now, you may go and do that right now during this time because we have a little bit of extra time right now. Looks great. Looks good. I love your coloring. You boys color so well.
Thank you.
And while the boys are coloring, I will get out the rubric for the next worksheet. And then I will record their scores from the matching letter worksheet on the first rubric. Okay. So this score. And both students met the objective for 1. And if they would not have met the objective, I would have sat down with each student one-on-one and we would watch a musical video over letter pairs. They would see that a big A goes with a little a big B with a little b, and then we would have flashcards too to help reteach the students who did not master the objective. But since they both did, we're doing awesome and we won't have to do that. To help them also, we would have visuals. And I have visuals up here on my whiteboard. I have the vocab words written for the students so they can see them. And then I also have my board. I'll put this over here out of the way for the kids if they would want to look at it. All right, if you're done coloring, the kids may choose one of the words or one of the sentences from the list to read it. An example sentence for my board is, I am big, I am A, I am B, I am C. Did you want one? Okay. If you're done coloring, you can read those. And then I will pin the rest up here. And remember, this board, you guys can come up and get the ones from the board at any time, okay? All right. Now put your worksheets, the coloring worksheets, to the side. Okay, if you're done with these, I will take those back. I'll put them back in here. Okay. Now the next activity that we're going to do is we're going to read high frequency words. These words are what we should know as kindergartners, okay? We're going to choose 5 words from the list, and I have the list right here. The list says, or the list includes to, from, me, I, you, they, see, do, and live. These are words that we have used in the previous lessons, so the students will have knowledge and exposure to these words. And these words are what they're going to choose from today. Okay? So I will give each student a piece of paper with the words on them. They are to circle 5 of them. Remember? 5 words. So let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5. No more, no less. All right. So the first word that I choose for my example is to. Then I choose you. They, see, and do. So I chose to, you, they, see, and do. And I would circle it. Kind of hard to see with the circling. After the student circles it, they will be reciting those words aloud. They will say those words. And if they correctly say the words, I will place an X in the box by their name. And if they do not, I will place a star, which means they did not correctly say that word from reading it. Okay, so this is one-on-one with the students. All right, Brayden.
Yes.
What words are you going to circle over here? Okay, what words did you circle? Okay, Jasper. All right.
See. You. From. Live. Do.
Only 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's 5. And he said those words correctly. So that means that he would receive a score of 5 out of 4. 5 out of 5, which means he would have a 100% on that assignment. Okay. All right, what words? Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you got your 5 words? Okay. Yep, you can finish eating your snacks. Okay. Yep, you can keep practicing those to yourself. You can say those in your head. You can say them out loud. But keep practicing those words because we're going to see them more and more. We might see them even in our lesson next time. All right, now we can hand all of our worksheets back into me. I will place those in a stack over here. Okay, since we went over several things today, we're going to review what we went over. First thing we went over was matching the uppercase letter with the lowercase letter. So I'm going to test us and see what we know, okay? I'm going to see how much we know. What letter is that? A. Does this match the A? No, that does not match the A. That's a capital A with a lowercase b. So those don't match. So do we draw a line? Nope, we don't. What about this letter? What letter is this? That's a C. That's the letter C. And it's a big C because a little c looks just like it, but it's smaller. So it doesn't change much. What sound does this letter make? What sound does that letter make? F, f. It's an F, so it makes a f sound. Like, can we think of some words that start with this sound? Friend, fun, Friday, the day of the week, right? Okay, what about this letter? What sound does this letter make? What sound does that letter make? Let me move over here so we can see it a little bit better. Z. Z. What sound does that letter make? Like for
Zebra.
Zebra. What's another example? What's another example that we could use for Z? Or a word that starts with the Z. Zoo. What about zipper? Zipper. Okay. What about this letter? What letter is that? That's an R. What sound does an R make?
R.
R. Can you think of some words that start with the letter R?
Rat.
Rat. What else?
Run.
Run. What about rainbow? That's a good one. Or writing, like in our story. Writing. Okay. Now that we looked over some letters and their sounds, we know that we were able to do this with our matching. So we met objective number 1. And then we chose 5 frequency words from the list. We circled those, didn't we? And then we said those aloud. And then we even practiced them by ourselves. So those words were to, from, me, I, you, they, see, do, live. Okay, and we chose 5 of them. But I want to see if we can name or say them all. So what about this one? T-O, what does that spell?
Two.
What about M-E? Sound it out. M-E.
Me.
Me. What about this one? D-O. Do. Like, do your work. See. They. You. What about this one? This one's a little bit tricky. We had this in our lesson last week. L-I-V-E. L-I-V-E.
Live.
Live. L-I-V-E. Live. So we know our high frequency words. And we know our story because we know our vocab, right? Give me a thumbs up if we know it. Everyone give me a thumbs up? All right. So we should have colored our Little Red Riding Hood red, right? Yep. Okay. So right now that we're all done with our lesson, we're going to do something really, really fun. We're going to watch a video. So let me pull up the video. And I will pull it up on our tablet. We have a tablet, and the students will be able to use the tablet to access a video. And each student will be able to use their finger to scroll and select a video that they want to watch. So this incorporates technology into our lesson because the students are using their hands to learn. And it also incorporates art because the students are using pencils and crayons and colored pencils to strengthen their fine motor skills. And this also ties into the integrating that I put in this lesson because the student is using information to evaluate critical and complete thoughts. So when I asked them questions during the story about the wolf and Little Red Riding Hood and the grandma, they told me what they thought of the wolf. They judged him, and they also told me their point of view, what they thought of him and what they thought of Little Red Riding Hood. And this is the time that they showed me their opinion. And that is where I used the integration across in my lesson. So right now, we have our tablet. And we're going to get on YouTube. And the students really like the videos with dancing and music on them. So we're going to find one of those on there. Okay, so if the students want to look through those, I'll give each an opportunity to scroll through those videos and choose a learning video from the list that I've pulled up, and they can choose one that they really want to watch. And I will look at both, and then I will decide which one. You want that one? Are you sure? Okay, so let's have you choose. I'll move these chairs out of the way. You want that one? Okay. So the students chose a video. They both chose different ones. So out of the two, I'm going to choose a phonics alphabet song.
Good start.
Apple.
B is for bull. C is for cat. Cat. D is for dog. Dog. E is for elephant. Elephant. F is for fish. Fish. G is for gorilla. Gorilla. H is for hat. Hat. ring. S is for sun, sun. T is for train, train. U is for umbrella, umbrella. V is for van, van. W is for watch, watch. X is for box, box. Y is for yellow, yellow. Z is for zoo, zoo. So many things for you to learn about, so many ways to sing your song. So many things for you to learn about, so many ways to sing your song.
That was cute, wasn't it? Do you want to find another video? Maybe we can find one about Little Red Riding Hood and how it ties into our lesson. Oh, I found a bedtime story animation of Little Red Riding Hood. I bet they tell the story better than me.
Once upon a time, there was a little girl who lived in a small village. Her grandmother, who lived on the other side of the village, had been a pretty red riding hood. She loved it so
Okay,
much.
I'm going to leave this right here for the students to look at. You both want to come sit beside each other?
Village got so
Okay. You can both look at the video. Right now they're viewing the video for Little Red Riding Hood, and it's a bedtime animation, and it's really cool, and I thought they would like seeing it because there's a lot of songs and dance in it, and they can have fun watching it. And it's similar to our story, but a little bit different, so they can see how there's different versions of the story. But they'll be watching that. So right now, I'm just going to let them watch that, and that'll take a few minutes, and then I will come back.
taking the basket. Little Red Riding Hood started down the road. I will, Mother. Remember, don't talk to strangers. You meet on the road. And always keep to the main path. Don't worry, Mother, I'll remember. And with that, Little Red Riding Hood walked off in the direction of her grandmother's house with a basket in her hand. Little Red Riding Hood continued to follow the path until it led into a forest. As she passed through the forest, a wolf appeared from behind the bushes.
Hello there, Little Red Riding Hood. Where are you off to in such a hurry?
I am on my way to visit my grandma.
I see. What have you got in that basket there?
It's bread and wine for my grandma. She's very ill.
Is she? Must be a very nice girl. Does she live far?
Her house is just over the hill next to the 3 oak trees. The wolf smelled water.
The video is 7 minutes long. So after the video is over and the students are done watching it, I will summarize the lesson, and then we will be done, and it will be the end of the unit.
And then I can wash them down with the treats in that basket.
The wolf followed Little Red Riding Hood down the path and soon began to talk to her again.
Look over there, Little Red Riding Hood. Do you see those lovely yellow flowers?
Oh, you're right. They're beautiful. Distracted by the pretty flowers, she forgot all about her mother's work. And stepped off the path to take a closer look.
That silly Little Red Riding Hood flowers. I'm going to Grandma's house.
When the wolf knocked on Grandma's door, a faint voice answered him from inside the house. Who is it?
It's me, Grandma, Little Red Riding Hood. Please let me in.
And I think it's pretty cool in the video. The students are watching, there's captions at the bottom, and it has the words so they can follow along with their finger, like a story if they would like.
So nice. Come in. The door is open. Come on in. Throwing open the door, the wolf sprang into the house. Grandma screamed. Oh, you're not my granddaughter now. Whoa.
That's when we know the wolf's coming in the house.
The wolf pounced on her and sounded her horn. Disguising himself in Grandma's nightgown, cap, and glasses, the wolf lay down in the bed and pulled out the covers.
Soon I'll be sneaking on Little Red Riding Hood too. Must have teased her already.
The video's almost over.
Little Red Riding Hood arrived at her grandmother's house. Hello, Grandma. It's me, Little Red Riding Hood. Can I come in?
The door is open. Come on in.
When Little Red Riding Hood entered the house, she instantly felt that something had changed in her grandmother's appearance. Oh, Grandma, why are your ears so big?
Oh, your sweet voice, better, my dear.
What happened to your eyes? Why are they so wide and scary?
To see your lovely face better, sweetheart.
Why are your teeth so long and sharp?
That's good, darling. I hate you.
Little Red Riding Hood could move. The wolf leapt out of bed. He pounced on her and swallowed her whole, just like her friend.
Look at, wow, he's got an evil laugh, doesn't he? He's got a very evil laugh. All right.
Now all I need after such a satisfying snack is a good nap.
Now he just needs a good nap. Wow, So was that video kind of similar to our story? It was a lot. I think so. I mean, there was a wolf in it. There was Little Red Riding Hood. There was the grandmother. And what did he eat? He ate both of them. Yep, he ate both of them. So did you enjoy watching the video of that, the cartoon? Or did you enjoy listening to me more with the story? I think I would have enjoyed the cartoon more because you got to use the iPad. It's so much fun using technology. All right, so let's go over what we did really well today. We did really well with meeting our objectives. We met both of them, all two of them. We followed my rules. You guys were very, very quiet today so that I could teach and video my lesson. We had fun learning. I think we did an awesome job. Very well done. Good job. We did our best. We followed all directions. We respected everyone. So we followed our classroom rules very well. So we did very well with matching uppercase and lowercase letters. We will continue to work on those. So next time when we have our lesson, we will do some more of those, but they'll just be different letters. So it'll be the same kind of worksheet, but a whole new set of letters. And then we read high frequency words aloud. We did them by ourselves after we circled them, and then we did them on the board. And we did very good with that. We went over our vocabulary. How many vocab did we have? Just 4. 4 vocab words. Wolf, grandmother, cabin, and hood. And those were all found in our story, correct? Yes. So we did very well today. So let's talk about what we will expect in our session next time. Next time, we're going to have similar objectives. I will want you to use high frequency words and choose from some, but next time we're going to be using those words in a sentence. I will give you a sentence and you will have to use a word by putting it in the sentence. So we will know how to use it and we will know how to read it, and others will know how to listen to us read it. So I think we're going to do very well with that. And then we will, of course, do the uppercase and lowercase letters on our next lesson. We will have new vocabulary words, and we will have a new story. We just have to wait and see what that new story is. I bet it will be something exciting and something that you will like. And we will have a snack again. After this lesson, I will talk with you and your parents, and we can choose a snack that we all want. And maybe we can even bring a drink. We can bring Capri Suns or something like that. Next time before the lesson, we should know that prior to the lesson, we know how to sit very quietly and participate by answering questions, which we all did a great job of doing today. We will have prior knowledge and exposure to the words. So the words that we're getting for the high frequency list to make the sentences, they're not going to be brand new. They're going to be words that we've already used and we already know. So they're not going to be scary at all. We will have knowledge of the alphabet so we can identify letters, and we will also know how to tell me the sounds of those letters. We're doing really well, but we'll just continue to work on that a little bit more. But overall, thank you, and we had a great day, and thank you for viewing my lesson.